Sorry. Okay, I'm coming. I'm here. Aha. Hi. Lovely family. This is Carol here saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. As we are experiencing this amazing, really amazing times, and I thought to myself, I'm going to be sharing with you every day as we are all locked down. In Belgium, there's lots of penalties if you don't follow the rules. So we are really locked down. So this is a moment where I would come out and say hi and just find out how you're doing. Are you doing well? There's just something wrong in the air, there's just something wrong. And the best way for you to beat this wrongness is to drink lots of water. Because this is my water, I drink it alone. And I'm drinking it from the bottle. So whenever I see it, I just reach to it. And just to make sure that I keep hydrated. Otherwise, you get dehydrated and your lungs struggles, as all these things, it's all around the lungs. So today we're talking about, please, dear friends, let's be mindful in these times of Corona. Let's practice mindfulness as much as we can, just to really stay healthy. Try to change the way of living. If you are not used to this mindfulness, maybe this is moment of getting rid of the old and acquiring the new by just meeting new you. Clean your home. Being I had the news because of I'm following this. I've been following this corona since it started in December, in China, and I've been really putting my eyes on it because it's threatening me, you, everyone who's around you. So it's important to follow and see what's happening. But as I'm saying, there's a heavy air. I don't know if you feel it, you guys. I don't know if you feel it. The air, it's not light as we normally know it. I don't know if it's my mind, but I just feel that there's just something in the air that it's not normal. Even though, even though I'm happy that we're experiencing a moment of recovery and really to connect with ourselves. I'm not happy with what's happening actually with Corona. I'm just happy with on what are the things that we are doing towards ourselves. What are the things that we are doing towards Mother Nature? I was just laughing this morning that for years now, I've had things about global warming, that where even young kids of age 14 so much had. And you can see their head in their eyes, thinking that they will never see the dawn of their future. We, the generations of my age, those who are old, are we really thinking for their future because of a problem? Suddenly the things that are actually affecting nature, they're actually being cut off a little bit. The fact that there's not much airplanes, you look up in the sky, you see the sky, it's clear. And maybe the heaviness is that probably somewhere, somehow, nature is doing its own cleansing. It realized that we do a lot of talking as human. We do talk. But in terms of implementations, we never get there because of we're thinking of losing money, losing profits, losing. But with Corona, it forces everyone not to think about profits. It forces everyone to take a moment of reflection. So it's kind of an individual thing, which that's where I find that there's in this negative it is powerful. Mother Nature, it is the most important thing, and she makes decision and nobody can interfere with Mother Nature's decision. So maybe this corona thing, it's the way of Mother Nature communicating with us and saying, little ones, go into your huggies, hide away into your own cocoons that you have created as human being. Let me do the cleansing of my earth. And I don't know how long it will last. I'm not going to give you any indications on how long it's going to last, but take responsibility for one another so I can minimize the poisonous airways that you have created. The air, it's poisonous. So having to say this myself as an individual, feeling this heavy. It's heavy. I don't see the birds. Normally I hear lots of birds outside. And I'm surrounded with trees and they come in and go throughout the day. But I don't hear them even in the morning. Huh? I just realized something. I'm going to check again tonight because of every morning when I wake up, there are birds that wakes me up. But I haven't had them for two. Birds are the sign of when there's a problem in the world, you see, with animals and all that. So today is take your part, exercise. I'm just going to do a little bit of exercise with you. So I've put down things that I do myself that I do to keep well, while there's this heaviness, heavy, the air is heavy, the air is heavy, the air is heavy because we are, instead of us realizing that this is a moment of really letting go, we need to let go. Fear of dying, it's not going to be the answer. Fear of losing our jobs, it's not going to be an answer. Why? And this is where I feel like we are being challenged. Why can't we enforce one another to create more jobs, to go and help more others? We are more enough. We are more than enough in this world to really have enough. And because of few people are the ones who are succeeding, the masses are struggling because of we don't equip people enough to help one another. We equip people to become working class heroes. And while these poor people are being kept as working class heroes, most of them are struggling. And those who are believing that they are the conquerors of this world, they prevail. But then things like Corona comes and shake that ideology and say, we need to be one. We need to look at this world and say, how can I help you and how can you help me? This is a moment of realizing that the old actually doesn't work. What are we doing to create the new towards what Corona is saying? Because Corona, it's a kind of a message. It goes, you hear politicians getting sick and they can't hide it. You hear this so-called Hollywood world getting sick because of everybody thinks that they are untouchable. But with Corona, no one is untouchable, including myself. I can do all these rules and do all these things that I do and come here and try to make myself as if I understand. And at the end of the day, I understand nothing. I do a little bit that I think I know, but Mother Nature knows. So the number one thing that we need to do is to go into a moment of mindful. Close your eyes and feel. And the fact of me listening to birds and I don't hear them, please let me know if you hear birds wherever you are. They are so far away. And if you look at my home at this moment, especially now, we're getting to springtime, so birds are everywhere. They have done their migration. They have passed lands and lands to get to Europe because Europe is getting warmer. Birds they've got their own transportation, so they travel wherever they want to be. And this is the time where we see different kinds of beautiful species of birds entering Europe, and I don't hear them. I really don't know. I always look and I see them going up and down. I see them on roofs of people, and I see nothing. And what I'm feeling is just this heaviness. So I just hope that this it's not me being political. This is me being very observant. That there is a story around this G5, and then as we have had this G5 story, it's heavy for Mother Nature. Mother Nature does not contain this G5, where we need to run on the speed of 100 miles within a second. And you wonder, aren't we running enough? It's not that time for us to just breathe. And I don't know what I'm saying. It's just the research that I'm finding. And I hear these things and I'm wondering why. So I'm not talking because of I know. When I say G5, don't say, oh, maybe she has some information that we don't know about. No, I'm reading, I'm listening, I'm hearing, and I send words out there so that you can probably verify if this is the truth. And if that's the case, we need to reflect back and say, isn't that maybe we don't need to be too much speed? We don't need to be too much hurry, 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 hurry. Hurrying up, it has destroyed the earth. Maybe silentness and slowness and just going in within ourselves. Meditate for a second. Hear the sound, Lord, I'm locked into my house. Oh, I could have done that and that and that and that. Oh, my wife, she's here. Oh, I'm not going to help. I'm going to sit on the couch. She's a woman. She has to do all that. Oh, don't disturb me. I'm reading my newspaper. Oh, do not hide. Do not hide under our habits of human behavioral where we always compensate to try not to be in a moment. This is a time of being in a moment. I do my best to be in a moment. I always wanted to cook the best meals and have a best presentation because I love eating well. I love eating healthy, and I always when I went to this got full up, you know. And so now I'm learning that how to prepare meals in a in a very very classy presentation way, and how am I getting filled up by them. And this also helps me to economize. This helps me to use as less veggies as I can so that my next door neighbor can eat. So there are many ways that you can do to try to be to create a new you. And this is that moment. So breathe and relax. Go into that moment where you're saying, this is a moment of me to connect with myself from a very deeper level of self-understanding and self-definition. And how do we define ourselves? By just gonna put some music so we can go into that sound of peace, and bear with me. I'm just gonna put some music. I'm very curious, you guys. But my curiosity does not mean that all these things that I say are mine. No, I do lots of research, and while we do these researches of ours, often the stories are never what they seem. So sometimes you'll throw away things there and waiting for other people to try kind of verify if that's the truth. I'm worried with this G5. I don't know. Maybe this is what they are planting it out there. What I can only tell is that there's too much heaviness on air. So at this present moment, let us move away these minds of ours as myself. Stay away from G5 and come back to reality. And reality is that we are all struggling with something that we can't explain. Our life are threatened. I follow the news all the time, and I think what we can do in these media channels of ours, it's to pray for countries that are hit harder than anyone. I see Italy, and I see fear in their eyes. They're doing the best they can to save their people. They are burying people in hundreds, and I realize that they don't have as much help as they would because of everyone is afraid. Everything is locked down. So it is the most difficult time for human beings to be alive at this present moment. But that also means that the fact that this thing is happening, it means that we need to think different. What is it that we need as humans? I feel free because I realize that I don't know. You tell me if I'm right. I feel like for the first time, I do not own problems by myself. Don't you feel like that? We're all in the problems of scarcity and scarcity. Those who are making big money, they are also. So at this moment, it's about innocentness. At this moment, it's about peacefulness, and also thinking about You can only stay healthy, but while I react and take responsibility to make sure that you are healthy. Your health reside on my behavioral and my choices. Isn't that amazing? Corona says you will stay healthy if you make sure that one next to you is healthy. Hmm. I love this moment. Yes, I do not love the danger. As I said, the danger of it scares me to hell. And the danger of it, it can reach anyone in this world. But when we go into peace and harmony and listen to Mother Nature and just go into that silence and just ask yourself a question as these events are occurring at this moment, what are you doing? I normally say, it takes womanhood to protect the universe. It takes manhood to protect the universe. This is the moment where we actually have to embark into the journey of womanhood academy, where we're learning what it is to be a woman. For me, being a woman, it means I clean, I iron my stuff. I'm cleaning even more than ever. I've got this what do you call this? This steam thing that I clean with, and I'm cleaning everywhere because I believe that if my home is clean and it smells fresh and I washed it loads, because of, as I say, there's so much air that it's not normal that I feel, and Mother Nature is cleansing this pollution. The fact that there are no cars, imagine for how many years and years and years and years and years of Mother Nature acquiring this pollution. What about us who are living in it? And probably the birds as well, they decided to say, hey, there's a lockdown. Where are the human beings? Let's go and do our own lockdown. So that's that moment. It's a moment of reflection. My participation in this thing, it's just to share my essence. It's to share what I do on a daily, so that another woman can look at it and say, you know what? Maybe this is what I should do. Give me your input. Let's not talk about the scarcity of coronavirus. Let's not talk about the shortage of the meals and the toilet papers and all this. Let's forget about toilet paper. If toilet paper is not there, we will survive. We will maybe acquire the standard of the Islamic nations. They clean themselves with water, and water, nobody said there's going to be a shortage of water. So I'm already thinking ahead that what will we do if things escalate, and is it going to be a shortage of food? We don't know. Probably not, if we get together and go into that silence of mindfulness. Think for the one next to you. Learn how to eat less. I don't eat much at this moment. I eat in the morning. I have some muesli and whatever, apple and etc. And I eat in the evening. And we can do that. A human being can go for days without food, but because of we spoiled, we've got too much around us. We're taking this for granted. These are the moment of not being selfish. Let's be. I think of you. That's why I'm here. And the other day I was thinking, that when was it? 2 days ago, I became so terrified, and I thought, my God, as I'm running my own business myself, and I just came to Belgium from London last year October, and I thought to myself, my God. And then something said to me, Carol, calm down. You didn't come in this world by yourself. We brought you in this world from the day one when you were very wow. What are you doing today to rethink different? Don't think about yourself. Think about the world, this bubble we call Earth. How much is it protecting you? Let's move away from mankind. This morning I had something, the government, and you don't have money to pay your rent. We will help you. We will help the companies that can't be able to pay their workers. There is something happening that I adore. Though it's dark, but through the darkness, light can never exist without dark. Dark comes first. And then, as we're looking at this darkness, quickly, slowly, or whatever, you start seeing the light emerging through that darkness. And once the light emerges through the darkness has to give a space to the light. So one day this corona is gonna go because quickly the light is coming, and the light is coming in the midst of Mother Nature. It's doing something secretly that we're not aware of. That's why everybody is terrified. The presidents are terrified. No one has an understanding of this. The scientific world is doing their best to find our peaceful spirits within us. Let us go into moods of compassion. Let us go into moods of wisdom. Let us showcase who we are. Because actually, often we're hidden. We never know the people who are next to us. Because quickly we judge, because we're all wearing this mask of, I'm successful, I've got money, I've got this bag, I've got these shoes, I've got this, it's all about I've got. But the mere fact we have nothing. The only thing that we have, it's the earth we live in. So be the change to the state of not sharing. Look at your home. Look at your home. Put some lovely music. Call your loved ones next to you, even though you're not close to each other. Go into a room, find a space in your own home. This is my space. And what I did with this space, I got myself these flowers, and I thought, this is a place where I'm going to wake up every day and meditate with these beautiful two flowers, invoking the gods and Mother Nature and asking Mother Nature, are you keeping me healthy, Mother Nature, or am I going to go? And every day I wake up as I've slept 6 months ago, nothing has changed. Mother Nature says, you're fine, Carol. What is Mother Nature saying to you? Not what the news are saying, but what are you saying? I also look after those who are next to me because I don't live alone. Those who are living next to me, I see them even more happier and happier because of their following the steps that I'm bringing abroad to for us to stay healthy. And I'm also following the steps that they are bringing for me to be healthy. And I see that there's this exchange of love and caring for one another in a very, very secret way that I have never seen. So be the positivity that you're supposed to be. Don't be the fear. And let's pray for those who are vulnerable. I say, in a state of attack, in a state of fear, anxiety, and a little bit, let's not go into mess of not having control because of we're afraid. If you are a man at this moment and you've got sisters that you know on this YouTube, on this Facebook and etc., call one another, because there you can be closer. With this internet things, we can be more closer than actually. And I realize one thing as well, that this outside world, it's not our home. We pass each other like we don't live on this planet as neighbors, and it's always passing by. We don't even do eye contact. And only when corona happens, suddenly we remember the community. Feel how it is to be locked out. When we come out, what are we going to do? This is what we call mindfulness. Be mindful. And I'm doing my best to be mindful. So I'm going to go back to the things that I'm doing exercise after this. So here are the things that I have put down. Number one, meditate with your whole family. So this being alone, it does not mean that you're alone. Get involved. Firstly, the first thing that you do in the morning, just wake up and do a prayer, meditate, do whatever you can to invoke spiritual awareness. Because when we are spiritual aware, we've got a time to breathe. Meditation allows us to take a moment of deeper breath. And as we take that deep breath, it comes inside of us and it consoles us and it soothes our organs, it soothes everything. It says, calm down and relax. I'm still here, I'm still with you. Even when Corona is there, I am still here and I can cleanse Corona away from your nose. So be mindful, meditate, and have a purpose as well while you meditate. Have a clear vision. Visualization, it's the key to everything we do. If you meditate without anything, just because of you lose the momentum of the strength of meditation. Write down things with family, each and every one of you. Write down the most important feelings that you own at this present moment and share them with each other. Write them down. Don't pass them over, because remember they say by our sweat, that's how we transform this coronavirus thing. Write down your feelings in a paper, 10 feelings, and read them out loud to one another. And when you meditate, meditate according to whatever feelings that you have as individuals. That is when we enter into the space of our magnificent selves. And instead of us dealing with these issues of panic attacks and scarcity and not knowing how long, when we share these things in a meditative state, we invoke our spirits and our spirits strengthen us. Number two, it's exercise. It is important to exercise at least 30 minutes every 3 times a week, if not 4 times a week. It depends on how strong you are, and take exercises that you can handle. Don't overdo it. And remember, if you have internet, you can just go in and put exercise, whatever exercise you want. If it's for the core, strengthening of your core, you'll just say exercise for the core, exercise for the chest, whatever that you need to do. Probably you need to strengthen your muscles. Maybe you're lacking of muscles. Maybe this is time for you to acquire a little bit of masculinity strength. So exercise 30 minutes a day, a week, I mean 3 times a week or a day. It's not that hard. Just it's you strengthening your body so that it can be able to defend itself in these hard times of corona. And it will, of course, it will help you to boost your overall health. Detoxify. This is important. This is very important. Oh dear, what is that? My water is closed. So yes, what I'm doing, I do detox. I overdid it because I think I was a little bit afraid, and I did this thing daily, and I felt my body kind of like, okay, Carol, that's too much. So every once a week, I cook my detox medicine, especially for the chest and for my throat, because of that's where they say the problems of this corona lies upon, and they say you have to wash your hands often. And so this area, I look after it. I'm gonna make that not today, I'll do it Monday, so you'll see it. I'm gonna be sharing it with you guys. Oh no, I'll do it tomorrow actually. So detoxify. There are lots of things that you can use. You can use your lemons, you can use your garlics, you can use your gingers, you can use your mint, you can use your, what do you call that? There's so many things that you can add on in there to make sure that, and then boil them. Whatever that you do, boil it. And then you can add on some things that you know as well that can help into keeping your immune system strong, and that can cleanse your blood. So take those on board and boil them. And once they are out, drink them as warm as they are, so that you stay, mm, so that you stay healthy and strong. So detoxify. There are lots of, you can also do a research online to find out from different aspects, because there's always people who are very, very strong in this. But I reckon that the medicine I'm doing, it's natural, and I think you know about it. It's using things that we do normally in our homes. And then another thing is drink enough water, at least 2 liter of water a day, if not a liter, depending on how much you take. But please make sure that you take more intake of water. It's very important. Eat well. Yeah, this is something as well. As shops are getting less and less and less and less with food, don't eat as normal. Eat enough. Eat to quiet energy. Don't eat to spoil, because of sometimes we human beings, we have created this habits of eating because of we think we own everything. We own the animals. Let's kill thousands of them, and then most of them. And this is where it's so amazing, because there are moments when you go to shops, you go to buy meat. Sometimes because they want to get rid of the over meat that they have taken, they give you meat that are rotten. Are they really so spoiled that we pick up things more than what we need because of we think we can? So minimize your intake of food. Take what is enough. Take what your body, what your energy can handle, not because of there is more. Think at this moment, there's a little bit of shortage. Yes, people, the shops keep on saying there's enough, but when you go to the shops, what they say and what the shops are saying is completely a different story. So somewhere, somehow, there's definitely a shortage somewhere. I went to the shop myself to buy things for the first time. Things that were necessary, they were not there. So let us be a little bit responsible by, so eat well, eat veggies a lot, eat lots of fruits, and make your own juices. Probably that might be a little bit difficult because you have to use lots of fruits and etc. But if you can, please do that. Drink lots of warm stuff, especially at this present moment. In a day, make yourself hot water with lemon and honey just throughout the day, and take a little bit of spoon of what do you call that? What do you call that? Of olive oil to soothe this area. 2 spoons. It tastes yucky. It tastes really, really yucky, but that keeps this area moist, because, as I say, there's this heaviness in the air, and because of that heaviness, it's in the air. We get affected somewhere, somehow, by dryness. We get dehydrated quickly. Don't know why, but that is happening at this present moment. So eating well, find ways that are yours. These are my ways. I use these ways. I'm sharing them with you guys. It's not a no obligation. It's just a sharing, as we need to share at this moment. And then uh, clean your home, clean your home, clean your home. There is a lot of us when we are depressed, including myself. I know this. When we are lost and not knowing what we do, where we're going, you'll see by our hygiene. Hygiene drops. Some people, when they lost, their hygiene goes higher. But often, most of time, we lose our way of having a strength to clean our homes. But I think at this moment, because of coronavirus, it's associated a lot with hygiene. It's very important to stay hygiene. It's very important to bath as much as you can. Go into clean yourself. Make sure that you clean. Make sure that there's no dirty clothes staying in your home, because when you go out to do shopping and you come back, that washing there, it can come with this airworms, whatever this is. I don't know if this coronavirus is an airworm, but I went to the shop, and being in that shop, the energy, as I say, I'm very sensitive. The energy in that shop, it was overwhelming. When I left that place, I thought to myself, I felt sick. And when I got home quickly, I made my mixture, I cleaned myself, and I got better. But we are all exposed to something very dangerous. As I say, I might be talking to you right now. And yes, sometimes I try to be strong and as stubborn as I am. I'm one of those who are very stubborn. And I'm thinking, oh, Corona won't get me. That is just the talk. Corona can get anyone. It can get me. It can get you. It can get every one of us. So staying healthy and eating well and making sure that you clean your home, this is number one priority. So thank you so much for listening. Share I look at the Facebook and trying to find out from friends those that I know, what are they saying, so that we can learn from them. I see more stories of people I don't know than those that I follow the most. Let us share. This is a moment of you teaching us how do you actually live. What is your lifestyle? How do you do it? Share, and maybe I can learn one or two, and maybe another person. I've done my meditation. Do your meditation. Put some lovely music that suits you. Make sure that your environment is beautiful as you can, and probably coronavirus won't come to visit you, as it's visiting everyone. It's visiting every country, it's visiting every continent, it's just visiting. It's a visitor that just comes, knocks at your door. So make sure that it does not knock at your door. It sees you, but it passes you by, because it feels the sense of balance and the sense of strength, the sense of self love and self respect that you obtain. God bless. This is Carol Matibula. I'm just going to go to my exercise as I do them, especially Saturdays. So I'm going to go and do something. And if you want to stay, you stay. And please comment. Tell me if we're doing well with my update of this corona things on how to keep well. And I also do self massage. I'm not going to do it today. I promised that I was going to do it today. Today it's my exercise. I did it yesterday. I'm going to share the link below so that you can see how is the self massage techniques are done. As you know, you can't go for massage at this present moment. So it's important to massage yourself, as of course the pressurizing of this thing can put you out of balance. One love, everyone. So stay well. I'm gonna go to my exercises. Okay. God bless. God bless. Stay well. You can take your yoga mat, if you want to exercise with me, actually, and then we go and we follow this thing of ours where we're going to really, really put our body into balance. If you have your mat, join in. God bless. Oh dear. Okay, 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 okay. Mm. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Shall I put the volume? Probably not. Okay. Don't know if you can see me, you guys. So this is me just looking after Carol now, making sure that she's well and healthy. Ah, okay, go away, you. I don't have enough space. I have to do this. What is that? Okay. Okay. Chair. Okay. Okay. Ah. Whew. One, two, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You gotta see this, you guys. It's a beautiful exercise, stunning exercise. Whew. Sorry. No balance a little bit. Okay. Okay. 6, 10. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We're gonna repeat that again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man. 1, 2, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Whew. Hi, hi, hi. This is good to strengthen your neck. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. I've tied my belly, you guys, because it was feeling a little bit uncomfortable. So there's a belt in there. Okay. This is fantastic for your lower back. I'm not an expert. This is just me doing my normal thing that I normally do just to keep. Hi, hi. Okay. Ah. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Whew. 3, and 4, 5, and then 6, and 7, and 8, and then 9, and then 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. 1, 2, and 3. Flexibility is also very important. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This side, I'm always struggling with this side. Okay, okay, okay. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Have a wonderful day and keep exercising. It's a little bit I did today because I did a lot of talk. So I'm going to do it tomorrow again, but without you guys. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing massage, self-massage, self-massage to keep healthy. Remember, wave at coronavirus by invoking beautiful habits of lifestyle. Thank you so much. Keep well. Carol Matibula here. I wish you well. And if you're not feeling well, please be strong. Don't look at the door of death. Do not go knock at that door when it's not time for you to do so. Go check yourself to the doctors. quickly, the moment you feel like there's something a little bit abnormal, let them check you earlier, and probably you'll be fine. And you think, God bless, bye, Kel Matibula. And